Okay, so we're at the last part of this task now. So we've worked everything out now for the cost. So this is his sandwich, his crisps and his water, and he's bought this from the supermarket. And we've worked out the total cost for 1 year, which is £316.72. Now I've written in here as well that the total cost for the meal deal for 1 year, we answered this in the previous question, was £717.60. So we need to know the saving. So our saving would be the £717.60 less the cost of everything that he's bought across the year, which was £316.72. Okay, so we now go to our calculator and we work this out. So we have £717.60, and we're going to take from that £316.72, which gives us a grand total of £400 and 88 pence. So now what we have to do is decide, is that enough to buy a laptop? So I would be inclined to write, he could buy a laptop for less than £400 and 88p. So what I've done really is played a little bit clever. I know that laptops can cost they can be quite cheap. If you buy one second hand, you can buy one for £40–50. If you buy one of the more expensive ones, they can go into thousands. So what I've said is he could buy a laptop providing it's less than the £400. So I think that that's a fair answer, and the examiners are quite happy with that. So now what we have to do is we have to check the calculation here for our 2 marks. Now the calculation, we've done so many in this particular question. I would take a simple calculation. So I would say that if I added the cost of the ingredients that he's bought across the year to his profit, that should give me back the amount that he would pay for the meal deal. Now I'm hoping that makes sense to you. What we're doing is an inverse operation. So here we've taken something away. So what we need to do is add something. So if I add this to this, it should give me this. If that's the case, then the answer would be correct. So if I add £400 and 88 pence to the £316 and 72 pence, that should give me the £717 60, which would be the meal deal cost, and that would be per year. Okay, now we'll just do this on the calculator just to prove it to ourselves that this does actually work. So we have, let's clear this, £400 and 88 pence plus the £316 and 72 pence, and there we can see £717 and 60 pence. So we've shown that we can reverse a calculation and still get back to a piece of information which we started with. Now I understand that this takes quite a long time, but it is worth 9 marks, and it is really quite simple. You can do this, you really can do this, but it just takes a little bit of time and patience. Okay, so well done for putting up with my droning voice. Now unfortunately there are another 2 tasks.